Yo, what is going on, guys? So, you already know who it is, it's Tank Hunters. So, unfortunately today, this is not a fishing video. We were not able to get on water, not able to go fishing today. So, we just, want to stay on the YouTube grind, keep making content for you guys. And today we are doing our tips and tricks for catfishing. Let's go.
We're doing how to catch more catfish today. So, today we're going to do a full catfishing tackle tour on how to catch more catfish. So, today we have me and Luke. So, one of the prime baits we have, is a swim bait.
So a lot of times though for catfishing, you could always use the good old swim bait, but usually we like to use live bait. That's like, other day.
Live bait and frozen shrimp. As you've seen in our last videos, if you want to go check those out, frozen shrimp catches anything that swims in a river.
Last video, we weren't able to make it into a video. We didn't catch enough fish, but we ran out of shrimp, and we pulled out the swim bait. And, I caught a little dinky catfish on it. So,
but it still catches fish. So the next thing you'll need to catch more fish is a nice rod and reel setup. You probably want like a 6.5, 7 foot rod with probably 15-pound mono braid, any type of line you like, because some of these catfish fight hard, so you need pretty heavy line. So you want to go over the weights and
so another really important thing is that you want a nice
good hooks. Good hooks
exactly.
to hook these catfish.
Texas rig hooks work pretty nicely. Something like this, if you can see that, or maybe something like
a little smaller, or
something a little smaller, a little bigger, and you just rig it right through the shrimp. Whatever you want to use.
And you gotta hide the hook. Try and hide the hook.
So, we also obviously like to use a weight, any size. Half a liter seems pretty good. So we've been using.
What we do for catfish is you take so you tie on like a swivel, and then you take one of those metal leaders, put it on, like take a swivel like this, like just like a small little, like one of those eagle swivels that you can buy at the store, any store like Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, anything. And then you take a metal leader. We don't have one right now, and you put the metal leader on the swivel.
It's not metal, but it's still a leader.
It's
so you
like
just
take a leader with a hook.
Put a swivel up here.
Put the
hook on, not the hook on, the weight on first up here, and then you got a little bit of room between your.
So you have the weight on the line that sinks down, and your bait floats up. So the weight won't see it. It'll just go straight for the shrimp. And you don't want to use too heavy of a weight, because like you'll never know what size catfish it can be, from half a pound to 10 pounds. But you want to know
exactly. You always want to know when you're getting a bite. Yeah. So this is just a pretty obvious tip. Let it sit in the water for a little bit, because you got a better chance of catching fish if your bait is actually in the water. You're not catching anything if you're just, if your hook's not in the water. So just give it a little bit. Go a couple minutes without a catch. Just reel it in, try a spot a little bit away, and just keep going.
So for catfish, you wanna let them eat it. Never set the hook too early. So if you like catfish, you'll know, be like little thumps, like not like these little white perch that are like machine guns that just go like.
We get a lot of white perch.
And like they'll be like big thumps, like almost exactly like bass when you're throwing like jigs or like something slow. It'll be like thumps, and then you want to let them fight and let them like be in the water, and but you always bring a net. Number one rule for catfishing: always bring a net. And if you go without a net,
if you want to know what happens if you go without a net, watch our first catfish video, because I had a 6-7 pounder on, and the thing that Tyler said about letting it swim a little bit, I was super nervous. I had like a 6-7 pounder on. I was so nervous. I was just trying to pull it up on the shore, and it snapped off. I had it right there, but it is what it is. But that's why you gotta bring a net, and you just gotta be smart. And a lot of times when you're in the action and it's like the biggest catfish you've ever seen or whatever, you just gotta
stay calm.
Let it swim. Get a net. Yeah.
So also, you may want to bring fish grippers, because they do have a pretty strong bite, and they're not really good like lipping fish.
Nope.
Also, good bait, instead of frozen shrimp, cut up like sunfish, bluegill,
yeah, that's another
white
thing.
perch. anything.
Hot dogs, even. You know, you
Hot
can
dogs,
really just research it on your own.
Any meat, any like kind of like meat that has a scent to
chicken wings.
it. Chicken, any like liver, anything. They'll eat any meat that's in the water.
Yeah, so I mean, makes it easier, and especially if you're, you just want to get a big fish or something. Catfishing is, it's relatively.
It can be tough.
It can be pretty tough, but it's pretty, it's definitely. I feel like sometimes it's easier than bass fishing. Actually, I mean, it kind of depends on your spot.
Yeah, we
got a pretty.
Thankfully, got really lucky. There's a really good spot that's 10 minutes away from here that, we can only get driven to, but we're still lucky that we have it.
For sure.
So, I think that wraps up the video today. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bass video coming soon.